Okay, so for this egg experiment that you're going to be doing at home, you need to follow the instructions in this pink sheet. So read it really carefully. Don't rush things. Take things step by step. Talk to your parents about it. They can help you and see what you're doing as you go. Okay? So the purpose of this experiment is to have this egg act like a cell. And the first thing you're going to do is, when you get started, is put it in vinegar for a couple days. And that is going to dissolve the actual shell of the egg to expose the membrane that's around the egg. So the egg's membrane is going to act like the membrane of a cell to show you what it can do. Okay? So that's why we're using this egg. It's going to be a model of a cell. First thing you do when you get your egg, just a regular egg, raw egg in the shell, everything, that's what you start with. Okay? As in here it says, project rules, what you're going to do first. When you get your egg, you need to make your first observations. What does it look like? What shape is it? Any markings on it? You're going to take your first measurement around the center of the egg. I'll tell you how to do that in a second. Okay? So all of those initial observations and measurements, you're going to put those as the first things in your data table when you first start with your egg. Okay? It explains on the next page how you're going to set up your data table, and you're going to do that in a Google Doc, and you're going to put it in your science folder so I can see it. The first observations are due on Sunday, so I should be able to look on Sunday after school and see that I can see your Google Doc and that it's been started. Okay? So you do your first measurements of your egg. Okay? Down here in the project hints, it explains to you how you can find the measurement of the circumference of your egg. The circumference is the distance around the outside of a circle. Okay? So you're going to be measuring the distance around the middle of your egg. So the fattest part of the egg, like the equator of the earth, right around the middle. Okay? It's round. You can't just measure it with a ruler. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of string that you can use for this experiment. You can get dental floss. That works fine. Okay? So you're going to use that string to wrap around the equator of your egg. Okay? Then, once you've done that, mark on the string somehow with your fingers or even with a marker how far it was to make one complete circle around the egg, and then put that against a ruler and write down in centimeters and parts of centimeters, so 3.6 centimeters or whatever it is. Use the decimal point. How far was the circumference around your egg? Okay, that's how you're going to measure the circumference of your egg each time you have to collect data. Okay? So at the beginning, you're soaking your egg in vinegar for at least 2 days. Find a bowl or an empty jar or a Tupperware container, something that you can put your egg in, and then you're going to cover the egg with that liquid. So you're going to make sure there's enough so your egg is completely submerged in the liquid. Okay? It's going to stay in the vinegar for 2 days, so it has time to dissolve the shell. Okay? Each day, you're going to observe and record how the egg has changed. Okay? You're going to measure and record the circumference around the egg each day. Okay? Even though you're going to put it back in the vinegar for the second day again. Okay? Your egg is going to become very fragile because it's not going to have a shell anymore. So when you're taking it out and measuring it, you need to be very careful with it. If your egg ever breaks, you do need to start again from the beginning. In your data table, you need to mark that your egg broke and your recordings again. Okay, so be very careful. You don't want to have to keep starting over. Okay? After you've done the vinegar for 2 days, okay, you're going to record your measurements. You're going to change your vinegar. You're going to dump the vinegar out, and you're going to replace it with plain water. Okay, for 1 or 2 days. Every day, you're taking a recording. You're writing observations, what you see, and recording the measurement. You're doing this every day from when you start. Okay? So after 2 days in the vinegar, then you do 1 or 2 days in plain water. You can get it from your tap, or you can use distilled water or bottled water, whatever you want. Okay? Same thing, each day record your observations and the measurement. The next time you're going to soak your egg in water with food coloring. So just put a little bit of food coloring into your water. Okay? Whatever color you want. Then you're going to do that for a day. Then you're going to do salt water for a day. Just write down in your data table how much salt you added to the water, okay? If you go to the beach, you can scoop up some water from the sea even if you want to. That would be cool. And then the last one you're going to do is a liquid of your choice. Pick anything. Spencer just suggested urine today, which would be interesting. Try Coke, steak sauce, olive oil, doesn't matter. You can pick whatever liquid you want to do, okay? By the time this is done, you'll have an entry recorded on your data sheet for every day since you started, okay? This is on your Google Doc where you record everything right from the first day, okay? When we're done and you've done all the different liquids, you're going to make a graph with your results, okay, with the measurements of the circumference. So we can see from day to day from what the liquid was, what was the circumference of the egg. Did a certain liquid make the egg get bigger? Did a certain liquid make the egg get smaller? And later you're going to try and explain why once we learn more about why this would be happening, okay? If you have any questions, make sure you come and see me at school so you can still have your results and have the egg finished soaking in vinegar. So it's already been in the vinegar for 2 days and you've recorded the data by Sunday. So make sure you come and see me so you have enough time to get that done, okay? Make sure all these due dates go in your planner, okay? There's lots of tips here, okay? Read the pink paper to help you. Ask me if you have questions. Have fun.